Hello everyone, welcome back to Let's Play Kingdom Hearts 358 Days Over 2. Now in the gray area right now, there's nobody to talk to other than Xaldin. Take this, let it fuel more hard work. And we get a Moonstone, which is an item that we will be using for synthesis a little bit later on. Now if we talk to Xion right now, she actually talks and asks when we get to go. Well Xion, let's go ahead and talk to Sykes here and get going. Your mission today with Xion is of critical importance. I've arranged for you to be allotted additional slots as you complete missions for us. The harder you work, the more panels you will be permitted to install. Now, this is a very basic concept. As you unlock more missions, as you complete more missions, you will get more panels unlocked, which will of course allow you to equip more panels and become stronger. But we're going to go ahead and take on a Darkside, which if you remember from Kingdom Hearts 1, is that gigantic Heartless, so this is going to be a great mission.
Roxas. Best of luck today.
Oh, yeah. Let's go.
Now, I really like that cutscene because now we've seen Xion's face. We haven't seen it before because she's always had her hood all the way up. And by the way, you might have mentioned, or might have seen, that when her hood is up, a little bit of her face you could see did not really look like what it looks like now that her hood is all the way down. And that actually is sort of a little bit of a plot point that is explored, and I definitely don't want to spoil it, but it is a kind of a cool thing. Now, really all this mission is, what it boils down to is collecting treasure chests and defeating one Heartless. Like I said, we're going to be fighting the Darkside, and we're going to be fighting the Darkside up here in the Station Heights, and this is the second to last treasure chest right here. But we're going to be fighting them in the Station Heights, so this is going to be kind of a cool backdrop for the fight. Probably not as cool as the dive to the heart in the first game, but still pretty cool nonetheless. What is that? Our target! You ready for this? Yeah. Now before we really get into fighting the Darkside, we need to turn right around and grab the last treasure chest in this mission. And we get another Moonstone, which we got one from Xaldin in the beginning of the episode. But of course, just like in the first game, when we fought the Darkside, we need to try and attack his head as much as possible. There's another like little damage modifier or bonus or whatever you want to call it, I guess, for fighting his head or attacking his head, just like in the first game. It's really easy though in this game because if you lock onto his head using the magic that homes in, and by the way, dodge that attack that he just used if possible, because if you get hit with it, it kind of traps you in a cycle of just being hit and it's very difficult to escape. But anyway, the magic in this game kind of homes in on him, and I don't have any ethers, unfortunately, so we're going to have to get right up close and personal and do some physical attacks. But this fight right here, I cannot believe that this is on the DS, which of course is not known for its horsepower by any means, but the introductory cutscene that plays introduces, of course, this boss. I cannot believe that it was on the DS with all the effects. I guess you could call them particle effects, and I'm about to die here. Might as well go ahead and use our limit. I'm pretty sure it will finish him off if I can actually attack the Darkside. There we go. But yeah, this fight is pretty much just as easy as well as it was in the first game.
Wow, Xion, I didn't know you could use the Keyblade.
You know? Neither did I.
You earned the icing on the cake.
Huh?
Come on, I'll show you.
This is such a great spot. How'd you find it?
Here you go. Sea salt ice cream. Come on, try it.
It's sweet. And salty.
It's good, right? Axel and I, we meet here for ice cream after work. This flavor is Axel's favorite.
Sounds like it's yours, too.
Yeah. Axel brought me here to eat ice cream on my first day with the organization. And then, after my first mission, he got me ice cream again, said it was icing on the cake.
Like you just did for me.
Yeah.
You guys must be really close.
Well, Axel and I are friends.
Friends. Do you think that I could be a friend?
When Axel gets back, we'll all have ice cream together.
Okay.
Now, I've always really loved Shion and Roxas' friendship, and by the way, we get a Blizzard, which is our first sort of new magic and a slot releaser, but yeah, I've really loved Roxas and Shion's friendship, and that is the beginning of it right there, pretty much. But anyway, I'm pretty sure we're going to get a cutscene here. Wonder what today's mission is. I hope it's with Shion. Then what in blazes did happen? Don't look at me, man. I just found out minutes ago. Is everything okay? Okay, as if. Word has it, at least one of the folks we sent to Castle Oblivion has been terminated. Terminated? But that means... Roxas, your mission. Go with Xigbar to Agrabah. Is it true about Castle Oblivion? That's no concern of yours. But what about Axel? Who knows? Perhaps he is among the lost. No buts. There's work to be done. Get yourself ready. You know, they leave Roxas in the dark a little too much, and we'll see what happens because of that. But over here we have a Moogle. If we talk to it, it doesn't really want to talk to us, kind of like Shion at the beginning of the series. But if we talk to Shion right now, I guess we're not working together today. So Roxas' only wish at the beginning of this day is kind of been forwarded already. However, if we talk to ReMIX, can you believe it? Terminated. Talk about a bad scene. So we don't really get anything from ReMIX once again. However, if we talk to Zaldin, are you using panels effectively? Equip a weapon panel and show me. I'll tell you if you've done it properly. We've been equipping weapon panels ever since we got them, so let's go ahead and talk to him again. Good. It seems you have at least a rudimentary grasp of panels. You may as well have this. And he gives us a high potion, so he's just kind of giving us a whole lot of stuff lately. I guess I like Zaldin a little bit more now. If we talk to Xigbar, he doesn't really have anything to say, I don't believe. Yeah, just pretty much, are you ready? We're going to be going on a mission with him, so we're going to get to talk to him quite a bit. However, if we talk to Roxas, I guess I'll leave the dialogue here so you can read it if you want. I'll just go ahead and explain what he's talking about, though. Basically, he's talking about the new shop, which the Moogle is the new shop. And this is just a little bit of a thing here to talk about ranks, which don't really come into play too much, other than the fact that the higher rank you are, the more you can buy from the Moogle Shop, and this is just telling us about the Moogle Shop in the first place. But now we've achieved the novice rank, which, like I said, doesn't affect too much other than what we can do in the shop. But if we talk to the Moogle... Greetings, Kupo. What is your name? Roxas, what's yours? My name is of no importance, Kupo. But, Are you here to shop, Kupo? Have a look, Kupo, at my wondrous wares. Okay, let's see what you got. Now, this is all about shop stuff. Basically, we can use money to synthesize or heart points to purchase panels. I am not going to go into synthesis at all right now, but we don't really have anything that we can synthesize anyway. We can, but it's not really useful stuff. What I'd like to do pretty much right off the bat is buy a lift gear, probably my favorite Keyblade in the game. Of course, we need to buy a level up. Always good to buy those if they're available. A slot releaser, and might as well come down here and buy a power unit, which will equip with our lift gear. The lift gear has a ridiculous air combo that I cannot wait to show you guys. And when we have enough hard points, I'm going to come back and buy that triple cast. Now it's time for a whole bunch of inventory management. I need to pretty much clear out a lot of room here because actually that's pretty much all we need to equip right there, or unequip I should say, because that is exactly the size of the lift gear. Now like I was saying, the lift gear is a ridiculously good air combo, and if we equip power units to it, it will make every individual attack a little bit stronger. And other than that, really, I guess what I want to do is take out a fire and put in a blizzard in that double cast so we can get a double cast of blizzard and, I guess, 2 double casts of fire. But I guess that is really all we need to do in the panels, and I guess we can go ahead and get started with our second mission of this episode. But let's go ahead and talk to Cyax. He's sending us and Xigbar, us, referring to you and I guess, you watching the video and me, and Roxas, I guess, to a new level. So we're finally going to get to go to somewhere that is not Twilight Town, only maybe 3 hours into the game. I'm already frying out here. Come on, kiddo, let's get this investigation over and done with. What's wrong? Dazzled by the new scenery? Do you think it's true about the member station at Castle Oblivion? Haha, is that seriously what's eating you? We might have lost a comrade. Maybe multiple comrades. That doesn't bother you at all? As if. Look, the faster we get this mission done, the sooner you can RTC and get your answers. Fine. Let's go, kiddo. So as you might have gathered from that, we're going on a recon mission here in a new world, and here is a treasure chest right off the bat. I hope some enemies spawn here so I can show you the lift gear's ridiculous air combo. I love that air combo, and when I played the game for the first time, I went through the entire game pretty much with this Keyblade. I'm not sure if many people do that or not, but I really like this Keyblade. Now, one thing I want to kind of talk about, like for example, here we have the door to the palace. I'm not going to really worry about reading this right now, but this is an examine point that, as far as I know, does not contribute to your completion of the mission pretty much. The way recon missions work, I think I didn't talk about it too much the first time we had a recon mission, but the way it works is that there are some optional recon points that don't even contribute to your secondary objective. So what I'm going to do is only examine the points that will directly contribute to the completion of the mission, whether that be the primary objective or the secondary objective, because the other recon points are just kind of fluff, kind of like these wood logs or whatever they are stacked up against the wall. Like, that recon point does absolutely nothing, as far as I know, other than give you a little bit of text dialogue. So those types of recon points I'm not going to worry about. Now, we need to get this little box over here next to the other boxes, but before we go up there, might as well go ahead and take out these Heartless, because we're going to need to examine a recon point up there. And as you might remember from the first one we did, you can't examine a recon point unless you've taken out all of the Heartless in an area. And of course, I'm not actually sure. I was going to say we have a new Heartless here. I'm not sure if the Loudmouths are a new Heartless or not. I know they've been in other Kingdom Hearts games and we've seen them there, but I cannot remember if we have seen them, I should say, in 358. But you might as well go ahead and take them out first because they can heal other Heartless. But I guess we're just going to spawn more. Now, that kind of reminds me of something else that I kind of wanted to talk about. Of course, we're going to need to come up here. I think that is the final Heartless in the area. I am going to examine this and then talk about my idea for these types of missions. The wall here is falling apart. I guess it's an old city. As if. Look closer. The bricks aren't eroded. This damage was all done recently. By what? I guess we'll figure out exactly what they're talking about. Actually, it's probably pretty obvious. Before I get into what I was just about to talk about, might as well go ahead and open up the gate to the entrance area of the town. But what I was going to talk about for recon missions, what I think I want to do is maybe, and by the way, I forgot that this treasure chest was over here because we can't actually get it right now. You can almost get it by using the air combo with the lift gear, but we can't get that right now. For recon missions, I think what I'm going to start doing is kind of editing down the recon missions. They don't happen that often, but when they do show up, they kind of are a little bit tedious. So basically what it boils down to is I'm going to show just the recon text. And by the way, here's another recon point, one of the ones that we have to examine to get the mission completed. But we might as well go ahead and try. Right now, my idea, and you guys can tell me if you'd rather me show literally everything from the grinding of the Heartless so I can examine the points in the first place, to actually running between the examined points. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. This place is swimming in sand. I guess them's the breaks when you build your city in the middle of the desert. Past that, not much to mention though. Seems like a pretty normal town, yeah? Huh? Still with me there? I've seen you spaced out before, but this is ridiculous. What? I'm fine. I'm fine. Let me guess. Castle Oblivion? Like I said, the longer we take here, the longer you're gonna have to stay in the dark. I know. Look at the size of this dude. It's 'cause we're next to the city gate. This door is boarded shut. Okay, so we've got an entire city under a layer of sand. What do you make of it, Roxas? Me? Yes, you. How do you think it ended up like this? So we get a choice here, so I'm gonna say maybe they needed the sand for something. Sand comes in handy, doesn't it? Haha, right, if you're trying to build the world's biggest hourglass. Think, the sand's placement is too random to have been gathered on purpose. Okay, fine, then maybe we get another choice here, maybe it was all some kind of prank. You know, somebody's idea of a joke. Some sense of humor you got. Remind me never to make you mad. Why? Roxas, this is the work of a sandstorm. Multiple sandstorms from the look of it. I guess the high walls around the city weren't high enough. Now, how about the lumber and rope? Roxas, give me a damage assessment for the city. Now for our third choice here, let's go ahead and say maybe things could have been worse. It's just a little wind and sand, right? As if. Get your eyes checked, Roxas. All the building supplies lying around in that scaffolding. That means they're repairing the city, which means it's serious. They who? The citizens? Who else? And it looks like a major effort. There may be somebody leading the operation. You think so? Alright, Roxas, we've got what we came for. Let's RTC on out of here. Okay. Uh-oh. Those must be the locals. Normally I'd be able to just slip on by, but the way you stick out, well. Thanks. We'd better take the long way around. Now, if we try to not heed Xigbar's warning and run straight on in anyway, It'll cause a big scene if we're spotted. Let's find another way around. So no matter what, we cannot actually go that way. We have to go the other way through the top, which actually was a way we could go in the original Kingdom Hearts. I don't think I showed it when we just came through here, so I might as well go ahead and show it now, if only because we have to. I mean, I'd rather just run straight through. But if we come up here and run in this keyhole-shaped door in the wall, or hole in the wall, it looks like a door, we can finally get through and see another cutscene, actually. You should get some rest, Aladdin. I'll be okay. Besides, the sandstorm has finally let up. Now's our chance to patch up the city. That's true, but still. You'll run yourself ragged at this rate. Jasmine, you don't need to worry. I'm fine. And since we don't know when the next storm will hit, we need to get everything running again before it does. If only Genie were around. I miss him too, but this isn't a job for magic. Agrabah's our city. We need to be the ones to fix it up. Of course, you're right. Now, I should get back to work. Wait, I'll help too. So that guy must be spearheading the city repair efforts. The question is, why him? He doesn't look like royalty. Does he have to be? It's not easy getting people to follow you, especially when it involves work. It's the kind of thing you'd expect somebody in the palace to be doing. They already call the shots, right? True. But he definitely wasn't royalty. The girl next to him, now she was royalty. So what now? Do we look around inside the palace? No need. We have our answers and we even got a peek at their leaders. Good, then we can go home. Why, Roxas? Did you leave the toaster plugged in? You know why. Heh, come on, let's RTC. Now that is our primary objective completed. Unfortunately, before we RTC, we have 2 more examine points to examine. The first of which being this right here, and the second of which will be the door at the other end of town that leads out to the desert. So let me go ahead. Actually, they're dead already. Of course, more spawn right as I say that, so I guess I'll see you guys in just a second. Did those 2 come through here? This door is pretty solid and the wall's high. The locals must be using the palace as a storm shelter. Check out all this sand. I don't think we're going outside. Another storm is brewing. These people will never be able to repair the city fast enough. Heh, glad I don't live here. Plus, they have to deal with all the Heartless. Aha, you picked up on a juicy bit there, Roxas. Why? The Storm and the Heartless. It's possible they're not completely unrelated. You think there's a connection? Alright, I think that's all we're getting for one day. Let's RTC. Now finally, we've examined enough points to get our secondary objective completed, so let's go ahead and RTC. I'll meet you guys back in the Dark Corridor.
Hey, what happens when Heartless are destroyed?
The hearts remain. And then, those hearts gather together to form the great Kingdom Hearts.
Then, can you tell me what remains if a nobody is destroyed?
What's there to leave behind? We're not even supposed to be in the first place.
And the members at Castle Oblivion, where'd they go?
Nothing's left of them.
In which case, I'll never see them again?
That's right. You coming?
Huh? Oh, yeah. What's happening?
Now, those were some nice little flashbacks of Naminé. Maybe she'll come back into the picture a little bit more, but we get a level up panel and an ability unit, which is something you can attach to Keyblades to unlock different abilities for that Keyblade. And of course, we get a slot releaser. So, I hope you guys enjoy the forthcoming cutscenes.
I've been to see him. He looks a lot like you.
Who are you?
I'm what's left. Or maybe I'm all there ever was.
I meant your name.
My name is of no importance. What about you? Do you remember your true name?
My true name is...
You have been with us for 6 days now. The time has come. Will he wake from this?
I am told Roxas will return, provided the hero is stripped of all his memories.
Then I suppose much hinges on Castle Oblivion.
Xion has gained power over the Keyblade, just as we intended. She can fill Roxas's shoes for the time being.
I went to a new world today, Roxas. I couldn't believe how beautiful it was. I hope that you can join me next time. Well, I'll see you tomorrow, Roxas.
I knew that I'd find you snoozing down here.
Roxas?
Shion. What happened to me?
You were sleeping for a long time. Sayek said there was no telling when you might wake up. But I'm glad you did.
I kind of feel like a zombie, though.
I brought you this.
Huh?
It's a seashell. I've been picking one up on every mission. Hold it up to your ear.
Now, apparently what we need to learn about after those really cool cutscenes are Unity badges. I don't know, I always thought this was a weird place to learn about these. Basically, it's nothing huge or anything. You just pick up Unity badges and missions. Basically, will allow you to do those missions in mission mode. And of course, we have the bonus gauge, which I don't ever really pay attention to. But if you get the gauge full, you'll get additional rewards for completing missions. But I love those cutscenes, and I think you will be able to tell why. I mean, they are some of the coolest in the game. They're really setting up the relationship between Shion and Roxas and kind of comparing it to the one between Sora and Kairi, which I think is a really cool thing. But anyway, I think I'm going to go ahead and end the episode here. I want to thank you guys for watching this episode of Let's Play Kingdom Hearts 358 Days Over 2, and I hope to see you guys back for the next episode.